Hey everybody, Mo here, and today I'm going to be telling you guys how to acquire cards in Legends of Runeterra. Yeah, so with the huge competitive announcement that just came out yesterday and a bunch of, the Hearthstone unfortunate scene that's happening there, a bunch of people are actually coming over to Legends of Runeterra that are interested in the competitive scene and just interested in Legends of Runeterra in general. And so the number one question, anytime anyone plays a card game or starts a card game, once you started your first card game or moved on to different card games, you ask this question, is how do you get cards, or what is the best way to get cards in Legends of Runeterra? And so that's what I'm going to do today. And I'm going to break down the best way to get cards and how to, get them. Because it's not as straightforward as other games. In other games, it's very straightforward. It's very much just buy pack. Like, buy packs, get resources, do stuff with resources. Legends of Runeterra isn't like that, so it can be a little bit confusing for someone that's never played Legends of Runeterra before. If you just want the very short and sweet answer of how to get cards, I'll put a timestamp on the screen right here of where to go to. It's probably going to be the very last thing I do is kind of a recap, so I'll just shoot you towards the recap telling you how to get cards. But for those of you that want the more in-depth and the best way to get cards, and you want to know how everything works in Legends of Runeterra, go ahead and make sure you stick through this video. And even if you're a player that's played around for a while or played before and returning, things have changed a little bit, so things might be a little bit different than when you were here last. So before we get into the guide, I want to remind you guys that 68% of the people that watch my videos aren't actually subscribed to me. So if you could do me a huge favor, click that subscribe button. I'm going really hard on competitive content and YouTube content this year because of the new competitive announcement. I'll be back in my competitive form, competing at all the grassroots tournaments every weekend. I'll have tournament VODs up. I'll be posting deck guides, YouTube short deck guides, tournament reports, recaps, meta guides, all that type of stuff. Every week I do meta reports, all that stuff. So if you're into competitive card games, or if you're just wanting to learn Legends of Runeterra, this is going to be the place for you. And so click the subscribe button, comment down below what got you into Runeterra, and let's go. So the number one question people ask is just, how do you unlock cards? Because, like I said, it's not simple. It's not just, buy a pack here and then boom, you have cards. So LR has an amazing card acquisition system where you actually get to buy specific copies of cards, unlike other popular games, Marvel Snap. So there are 3 different resources you can use to acquire the specific card you want. These resources are coins, shards, and wild cards. So coins is a microtransaction resource that you pay your real money for. Typically, this is the lowest value way to acquire cards because most people want to spend their coins or their real money on in-game cosmetics like card backs, guardians, board skins, champion skins. So most of the time, people don't spend real money on cards in Legends of Runeterra. That's not to say you can't, because you can. And if you really want to speed up the process of collecting a full or at least a competitive collection, you could easily buy your first tier 1 deck for around $30 to $35, and that'll help you boost up your collection and kind of speed run it. For example, if you want to buy the best deck in the game right now, it costs a whopping $25. And that's if you just want to buy it right when downloading the game. That's not including any type of wild cards you get for free, any type of your first vault that we'll get to in a minute, or anything like that. But that's just if you want to download the game, open it up, and buy a deck. There you go. Best deck in the game, $25. But again, once you buy your first deck, after playing for about a month, you'll easily be able to create any tier 1 deck you want, thanks to our amazing vault system, which we'll get into later. Shards and wildcards are resources you gain from chests and capsules. There are 2 ways to gain chests and capsules in Legends of Runeterra. Way number 1 is the rewards track. So this is the roadmap that's in the game. The sole purpose of this is to give you cards and rewards for simply playing. That's it. There's no gimmick to it. There's no hidden paywall. There's no hidden anything. You simply just play the game, and the game rewards you with wild cards to spend on any card you want, shards to spend on any card you want, chests, which are essentially card packs, and capsules, which are essentially card packs. So in this reward track, you get to actually choose which region you want to level up first, and whichever region you put progress into, that's the type of cards you'll be getting the rewards from. So let's say you decide you really like mid-range. If you want, you can start by upgrading the Demacia region, because all of the cards and champions from that region are going to be Demacia, and that's going to be mid-range. So if you find a deck you like, and let's say it's primarily one region, you can start by leveling up that specific region to try and get those champions, because all the champions you get from that rewards track will be of that region. All the cards you get will be from that region. So it's a really nice way to try and hedge your bets and give you the best odds of getting specific champions and specific cards. Now, way number 2 is not only the best way to collect cards in Legends of Runeterra, but in my opinion, hashtag sellout, it's the best way to collect cards across literally any card game I have ever seen that doesn't just straight up give you every single card when you download the game. And that's the LOR Weekly Vault. The LOR Weekly Vault is a progress tracking system that you get to cash out every Thursday. And the size of your vault and cash out and rewards is based on how much you've progressed your vault. Your weekly vault progress goes up to level 13, and then for every vault level you go after that, you get an additional bonus capsule, which means there is no cap on weekly card rewards. So theoretically, you could unlock the entire collection in 1 week. Now, of course, that would take an ungodly amount of games and probably some scripting to go in to make yourself like automatically concede and all that. Don't do that. I'm not endorsing that. But just theoretically, there is no cap on the rewards and the amount of card packs you get, or sorry, the capsules and chests that you get. I'm getting ahead of myself here by calling them card packs. So how do you level up your vault? That part is really easy. You play the game. I'm going to go and put it on screen, the breakdown of all the ways to gain XP every day, instead of reading it off to you one by one, because that'll take a lot of time and a lot of detail to go into. But basically just know that all of the big XP gains are front loaded, which means you'll gain the most amount of XP in your first 5 to 7 games of each game mode. This is really great because it means you don't have to play for hours and hours to gain all of the XP bonuses. And instead, you just play for 30 minutes or an hour to collect all your big XP bonuses. And boom, there you go. You have all of the big XP bonuses. You're not going to be missing out on anything. Now, and while I'm not going to go over every single XP breakdown, I will tell you the maximum amount of XP you could gain in 1 day, which is going to be more than 7,825. Now, I say more than 7,825 because that number of XP is, if you follow this graphic, it includes all of the lost XP you get and also includes the amount of bonus XP you get. But I didn't calculate in the amount of XP you get per win after those initial bonuses, because I'm not going to tell you, oh, you could gain this much, because I don't know how much you're going to play. I don't know how much you're going to win. But this means that if PvP gives you, 200 XP per win, well, after your first, you get that initial XP bonus of 700 from your first 3 wins. Every win after that is 200, and there is no limit. So if you have a day where you sit there, you just play for 10 hours and you win 50 games, 200 experience per game, that's an extra 10,000 experience. That's a lot. Once you have a maximum vault, that's 2.5 extra capsules, which are essentially card packs. So that can add up pretty quickly, and that's how you get such high numbers. If you go onto the Reddit or if you look up pictures, which is in a Google search, you can find people with 20 vaults. I think the highest vault I ever had was plus 22, which means that I had the level 13 maximum vault, but then I had an additional 11 bonus capsules, which are card packs. Essentially card packs in this game. So while I can't tell you a limit on how much you can gain per day, just know that winning PvP games adds up very, very quickly. So I told you all the ways to gain XP. I've told you how to build your vault up and collect these capsules and chests. But for the final part, what if I actually told you what was inside of these chests that you're working for? So the graphic on the screen is going to be showing you what each capsule and chest contains. So to make things very simple and not take up an extra 30 minutes, I'm just going to go over what's in diamond chests and rare capsules, since that's what you get from hitting the maximum vault rank. So first I'll go over what's in rare capsules. A capsule is basically a card pack in this game. That's why I kept calling them card packs. They're basically card packs. A capsule is going to include, a rare capsule is going to include 4 uncommon cards and 1 rare card. Now the capsule itself, as well as each individual card, has a % chance to upgrade. And I'm going to put that graphic on the screen as well, showing you those percentage chance upgrades. So just like in other card games, even though your basic rare capsule is just going to be a basic of 4 commons and 1 rare, you could theoretically open up 4 rares and then 1 epic if every card upgrades. Or even your, rare card could upgrade to an epic and then percentile upgrade into a champion. And now you opened up a champion. Just like in every other card pack, you have odds to upgrade it. your capsule as well could upgrade into an epic capsule. And then that right there gives you better rewards. And then that could upgrade to a champion capsule. So there are percent odds for each capsule to upgrade. And the odds are going to be, somewhat low, as you can see here with the graphic on the screen. But, I've definitely had plenty of capsules upgrade. So now that we talked about capsules, and you know what's inside of them, let's go and talk about chests. So a diamond chest in Legends of Runeterra is going to contain 3 of these rare capsules, as well as a minimum of 500 dust. That means you could get 500 dust, you could get 700 dust. So you don't really know, just know that if you max out your vault, get it to level 13, you'll be getting a minimum of 9 rare capsules, a champion wild card that you can be used to craft any champion in the game that you want, and then 1500 dust minimum, which is half of another champion card. So now that you know the level of rewards you get per week, you can see that getting cards in LOR is no joke, and people are not exaggerating when they say they can get a brand new tier 1 deck every month or even quicker, depending on the type of card you pull and the amount of extra time and extra levels you put into your vault. So general recap is how to collect cards in Legends of Runeterra. It's simply just play the game. And the PvP rewards the most amount of XP to go towards your weekly vault. Every week you get a weekly vault that has no cap on the amount of cards and rewards you can earn through it. And if you hit level 13, you get 9 rare card capsules, which is LOR's equivalent to card packs, 1 champion wild card that you can use to craft any champion that you want to add into your deck, and a minimum of 1500 dust, which is half of another champion. So every 2 weeks, you can create another champion just from the dust of your diamond chests. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful and not too draggy. I tried to keep it a little bit short, but also have all the information in there. No BS, no filler, nothing like that. So if you guys enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe. Leave a comment down below what deck you're looking forward to crafting first. And if you need any type of deck guide and you want to know, oh, how do I know what decks are good? Make sure to subscribe and turn the bell on, because every Monday I put out a Meta Monday video that tells you what the best decks in the meta are, that tells you what the highest win rate decks in the meta are, and tells you all of the decks that could be, a little bit sleepers, and I tell you what I think is going to be the best deck throughout the week. So that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.